No, you go
I
ahead.
was going to say, the last thing I want to say on this point is like, if you read a vignette and you're like, oh, I 100% know this is asthma. And I know that in the treatment of asthma, we can give them like a beta 2 agonist, right? And then you read and like that's what they're asking you. It's like, which of these is the treatment? And you're reading and they have 5 different drug names and you just completely space that albuterol is a beta 2 agonist, right? When I read a question like that and I 100% knew asthma, 100% knew beta 2 agonist, but I forgot about albuterol, like I forgot that that's a beta 2 agonist. That's a memorization problem. That's something you can easily put on an Anki card, do it for a couple days, you'll never forget it. You'll remember it for the rest of your life, right? But if I read the vignette and I'm like, I had no idea this was asthma, right? Like I thought this was like some random, like I thought it was restrictive lung disease. I don't know. Like, and like, because they gave me like the PFTs and I'm like, what the hell's going on here, right? Um, so if that happens, that's not
Mhm,
something you put on an Anki card, right? That's a conceptual problem. That's like, I need to go back. I need to go read a quick article on Amboss or UWorld,
mhm.
Age and First Aid. I need to talk to ChatGPT. So if you're going through that and like you just have a brief memorization problem, but you totally know what's going on, Anki it. If you're like, man, like I didn't even know this was lupus, or like I have no idea how to work up lupus, that's a conceptual problem. You're gonna get every single question of lupus wrong if you don't
Right.
understand like the basics of it, right? So that you need to go back and course correct. All right, I think that's what I wanted to say on that
I'm
stuff.
looking for a pen because I gotta start writing some stuff down. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta get this to at least a 250 plus, man. Like, I don't think we'll get now. There's a few things I wanted to address, but I want to make sure that we are helping people as much as possible. And so, just to recap, setting your foundation is the ideal scenario. And of course, not everybody's going to be there. But you want to start off strong. That's obviously the most ideal scenario to where you're getting into these good habits of question skills and study habits and deep understanding during first year. Um, now, did you, mm, just to kind of touch on this real quick for step one prep, and I think this will help answer a lot of people's questions. It sounds like when you start talking, the conclusion I'm coming to is that you're not as concerned with the resources that you're using, more so the mindset that you come in to in understanding the information. Is that what am I?
That's very fair. Like I think in my opinion, there's so many good resources out there, and students get so overwhelmed by them and that they try to like dip their toes in all of them. Man, pick
Mm,
one, pick two, and frickin' be the best at it. Like run with it and finish it, right? And so like the way you look at like all like question again, like questions are king, right? Like I can sit there and I can do passively do Anki. I can passively rewatch videos. Like again, you're gonna
mm,
have to watch videos or lectures at the beginning to at least gain some understanding. The biggest mistake I see from students is like over the summer or while they're prepping for their exam, they rewatch like all the boards and beyond. They're like, I suck at cardio. I'm gonna rewatch all the boards and beyond. I'm like, great, you just wasted 30 hours of your life rewatching this because you're sitting at a screen and you're just passively trying to absorb. And you're like, yep, this is sticking. Or I can sit there and I can do 1,000 cardiology questions. I
mhm.
can suffer through them, but I'm actively thinking through them. I'm
Right.
actively thinking through every single answer choice they're providing me. I'm reading the explanation, I'm making connections, and I'm actively thinking. And so, like, the way I go about it is like, whether it's Amboss, UWorld, TrueLearn, Boards Vitals, what a boot camp, name any one of them, they're all good, right? They're all taking from that USMLE content outline and they're making questions based on what USMLE is telling us is going to be on the exam, right? Some I
Mhm.
think are better than others. Like I think UWorld and Amboss have proven that they're very consistently good products, and that they're going to get you right. And so like pick one and just run with it, or be a baddie and do multiple, right? But you have to finish like all of them, right? It's not like doing half of Amboss and half of UWorld. It's
Yeah.
doing all of them, right? Um, and so like I don't like people will like complain and they'll argue about which one's better. It doesn't matter, right? If you come in with the mindset of like, okay, I'm not just going to answer this question, I'm going to truly understand it to the level at which I could explain it to not only a first year medical student, but to one of my patients, you understand the material, right? And so I think like that's one of the other core concepts is like teaching is learning, right? It's the Feynman technique. It's
Yeah.
extremely well known. But like with me being a tutor, like I've tutored again, like I've worked with over 300 students. I've given over 50 lectures at my med school. I just like hold my own lectures, and actually at one of the more recent ones, I had 120 students show up to it, which like completely blew my mind because the first lecture I ever gave, I had 2 students show up, and I was like, as long as one shows up, I'm giving it 100%, and I'm going to show them how I think through these concepts, and I'm going to make them understand, right? And like so, word spread, and eventually, you get the whole school that comes, right? And so like when
Wow.
I stand in front of this group of students, they're counting on me to be able to explain it, right? And so like I need to be a master of this content, right? Not to a level that, oh, I can just recall and pick it out of a group of multiple choice. Like, no, like I need to be able to explain it off the top of my head, make integrations, answer any question they have, and make sure they understand to the level of a first, second, or third year medical student, right? Obviously, they're at different levels of their education. So when
Right.
I work with like a third or fourth year medical student, I can make so many more integrations. I can test them even further. Whereas, like for my first year medical students right now, they've had foundations of medicine and hemonc and immuno. So like I can't ask them about like cardiology consequences of like doxorubicin, right? Like a hemonc drug that they've learned about. They probably shouldn't know that, right? They don't know what dilated cardiomyopathy is, right? But if it's a third year medical student, you better believe I'm going to ask them about that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so that's super important. But then you think about it, let's take it one step further. I'm
Okay.
not here just to teach first, second, third year, fourth year medical students and interns, residents when I'm an attending, right? You as a doctor, right? Doctor in Latin means teacher, right? Your job as a doctor is not only to take care of your patient, but it's to empower them and be able to teach them about their disease, what's going on, what your thought process is on the treatment, so you can empower them so they can advocate for their own health, right?